back to my channel. Today's tutorial will be for this cable stitch crocheted hat. This is worked in multiples of 10 and made from 4-ply medium weight yarn. If you are interested in this tutorial, keep watching and we'll get right into the video. For this project, I am using Red Heart Comfort, and this is a size 4 medium yarn in gray. I am also using my 5mm and my 4mm crochet hooks. I'll use my 4mm for the band and my 5mm for the body of the hat. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, to begin, I am using my 4mm crochet hook, and I'm just going to make a loop like so. Alright, at this point you need to decide how wide you want your band. For me, I'm going to chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I guess for you, you can go with 9 as well, or if you want it wider, you can chain more, or if you want it more narrow, you can chain less. Totally up to you. Alright, so with 9 chains done, I'm going to skip the first chain from the hook, and I'm going to put 1 single crochet in the second chain, and then 1 in each of the next stitches all the way across for a total of 8 stitches. So the width of my band will be 8 stitches across. And like I said, it's totally up to you if you want to go with 8 stitches or more or less. Okay, and 1 in the last one. Alright, so for round 2, I'm going to chain 1, turn, and then this, for the band, we will be working in the back loops only to give our band that ribbed effect. So with the stitches facing me, I am going to enter the center of the stitch and only pick up the back loop like so, and complete 1 single crochet. So again, with the stitches facing me, enter the center, pick up the back loop, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, and complete 1 single crochet. So just like that, all the way across, just 1 single crochet in each back loop for a total of 8 stitches, just like so. And then when you get to the end, chain 1, turn, and repeat 1 single crochet in each stitch, back loop only, all the way across. And you will keep repeating this until the band is long enough to fit around the circumference of your head. And you don't want to make it too loose, neither do you want to make it too tight. Okay, so now you will continue to repeat this pattern until the band is long enough to fit around your head. So I will finish mine and then we'll pick up from there. Alright, so I have completed my band and I counted my rows and I have 68 rows. Okay, so now I'm just going to attach both sides together. So just, okay, so I'm just going to enter the other side like so, hook my yarn and pull through. I'm attaching in a slip stitch. So I will pick up a loop, the back loop on this side, on this first side, then enter the stitch on the other side, hook the yarn and pull through all the loops to complete a slip stitch, just like so, all the way down. Because one side has single crochet, the other side has that chain 8 that we started with. So there should only be one loop on the other side. So pick up back loop on the first side and then pick up the loop on the other side, hook the yarn and pull through all the loops to complete a slip stitch, just like so. Okay, so with both sides joined, I'm going to chain 3, 2, 3. The next row will be 1 double crochet in each space all the way around. And after counting my rows of the band, I know I had 68 rows, which means if I put 1 double crochet in each space all the way around, I'm going to have a total of 68 stitches. 68 stitches is not a multiple of, doesn't fall within the multiple of 10. So the multiple of 10 closest to that would be 70. So I know I'll have to increase by 2 stitches to make sure I finish with 70 stitches. So for you, if you have, say you had 63 stitches, 63 is closer to 60, which is a multiple of 10, than it is to 70. So to make your 63 stitches into 60, you will have to decrease. If you have anywhere between 64, from 60, let's say 61 to 64, you would decrease. 65 to 68 or 69, you would increase to 70. So to increase, you will just put 2 stitches in one space instead of 1 stitch. I hope that makes sense. And then for decreasing, you would stitch 2 spaces together to make 1 stitch. And let's say there is no rhyme or reason or no special place where you need to do your increase. You just increase wherever. For me, I know I just need to do 2 increases. So what I would do at this point, let me zoom out, is grab 2 stitch markers, because I only need to increase 2 stitches, and I would put them at the sides. So I'll just mark a random space on the side, on one side, and a random space on the other side. And I know I will put 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around, and when I get up to here, I will put 2 double crochets in this space. Keep going, 1 in each. When I get here, I'll put, instead of 1 stitch, I'll put 2. So that will give me my 70 stitches instead of 68. Say you had 66 stitches. You know you would need to increase to 4. Or say you had 67 stitches. You know you'd need to increase by 3 stitches. So you just choose 3 random points in your work, and you know in those stitches where you have a stitch marker, you would put 2 double crochets instead of 1 to get you up to the stitch count that falls within the multiple of 10. And then to decrease, you'd probably do the same thing. Say I had 63 stitches and I wanted to make my row of double crochet into 60. Then I know when I get here, I will put this stitch and this stitch together and only make 1 double crochet right there. So I will decrease when I get to these points, if I am decreasing. Increasing, you know, you put 2 stitches in the one spot. Decrease, you know, you stitch 2 stitches together. I hope that makes sense to you. So moving forward, I am still using my 4 millimeter crochet hook for this row. And like I said before, it is just one double crochet in each space all the way around. And if you need to increase, you will increase in the points that you marked off. If you need to decrease, you would decrease in the spaces that you have marked off. All right, so if you want to see what a decrease is, I will show you. Say I had a stitch marker here and I wanted to decrease. I would enter the stitch as if I'm going to do a double crochet but not complete it. Then I'll enter the second space as if I'm going to complete my double crochet but not, and then hook the yarn and pull through all the loops together. So these 2 stitches were completed as one. I hope that makes sense. So go ahead and finish this round with your double crochets within the multiple of 10, and then I'll meet you back at the starting point and we will move on. Okay, so coming up to the end of that first row of double crochets, I have a total of 70 stitches. Okay, so I'm just going to slip stitch in the space between the chain 1 and that first double crochet, right in the space between, to join. Okay, now I will switch to my 5mm crochet hook and start with a chain 3. This chain 3 does not count as a stitch, neither was this one. This one also did not count as a stitch. I don't remember if I mentioned it. All right, so now moving forward, we are going to be working in groups of 10s. So for the next 4 stitches, these will be worked as back post double crochet. So for back post double crochet, you wrap your yarn around your hook like so. You enter the stitch from the back. Hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, and complete your 1 double crochet. And again, enter the stitch from the back, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, and we're doing that for the first 4 stitches. So that's 2, 3, and 4. Then the next 6 stitches will be worked as 6 front post double crochet. Front post double crochet, you wrap your yarn around your hook like so and enter the stitch from the front. Hook yarn, pull through and pull up, and complete your double crochet. And you'll do that around all 6 stitches. So that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's your first group of 10. 4 back post double crochet, 6 front post double crochet, and that will be the repeat for this round. So again, 4 back post double crochet, 1, 2, whoops, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 back post double crochets, and now 6 front post double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, and you will repeat this pattern of 4 back post double crochet, 6 front post double crochet, 4 back post double crochet, 6 front post double crochet, all the way around until you get back to this point, and then we'll go on from there. Okay, so at the end of round 2, this is what I have, and I'm just gonna slip stitch in the space between the chain 3 and that first double crochet to join. Alright, so this is what yours should look like at this point. For the next round, round 3, I'm gonna start with a chain 3 again, and I'm going to repeat the exact same thing I did in this row. So 4 back post double crochets and 6 front post double crochet all the way around. So we're doing exactly the same thing we did in the previous round for this round. So you are going to complete round 3 and round 4 exactly the same. So complete this round and then go around again following the exact same pattern. And then I will meet you at the end of round 4 and we'll move on from there. Alright, so coming up to the end of row 4, I'm just going to slip stitch between the chain and that first double crochet to join. I will chain 3 to start row 5, and I'll start the same as before with 4 back post double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this row, row 5, is where the magic begins. If you can call it that. Alright, so we're gonna skip the first 3 stitches and we're gonna do our front post double crochet around the fourth stitch, then the 5th, and then the 6th, like so. Now we're going to work the first 3 stitches that we skipped. So now we're going to go back to the first front post double crochet and work 1 double crochet. This might be a little bit awkward, but as long as you keep an eye on your stitches, it shouldn't be too difficult. So that's the second one, and then the third one. And that is your first crisscross. Looks like a mess right now, but it will start to take shape as we move forward. Alright, so next comes the 4 back post double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I will show you that crisscross again. Let me just zoom in. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna skip the first 3 stitches and we're gonna work our double crochet around the last 3 stitches. So the 4th, 5th, and 6th, and those are front post double crochet. Now we're gonna go back and work from the first front post double crochet to the 3rd. So the first one, second one, and the 3rd one. All right, and then our 4 back post double crochet. I feel like I was probably out of the frame for that, so I will show you a third time. Let me just work these 4 back post double crochets, and then I'll show you again, trying to stay in the frame. All right, so skip the first 3, 1, 2, 3, and work front post double crochet around the fourth stitch, then the 5th, and then the 6th, then back to the 1st, then the 2nd one, and then the 3rd. Now work the 4 back post double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so now go ahead and finish this row completely, working your crisscrosses. So always work the last 3 double crochets first, then come back to the first 3, starting at the first one. Okay, so go ahead and finish this round, which is round 5, and I will meet you at the end. Starting row 6, I have already joined, chain 3, did my 4 back post double crochet, and now moving over to the crisscross section. Okay, here's where it gets a little bit tricky. So we're gonna need to work these 3 stitches first. So you want to untwist it like so, or pretty much pull up these stitches from behind so they're visible, and you're going to work 1 front post double crochet around each of these 3 stitches. 2 and 3, if I can get in there, because they're a little bit warped from when we did the crisscross. Oops. Okay, oops, 3. And now the 3 from the front. 1 front post double crochet around each of those. 1, 2, and 3. Like so. And this is what you should have. All right, and now the 4 back post double crochet, and then I'll show you that again. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and moving over to the crisscross section. Okay, so your crisscross should look like this. What you want to do is get in here and untwist these stitches so you can see them, so they're visible. So you pull them up like so, because remember they are twisted behind, so you want to bring them forward so it's easy to see or easy to work with. All right, and now you can do your 3 front post double crochet around that first set of 3. 1, 2, and 3. This one is a little bit more buried than the other 2. All right, and once you got those 3 done, then you work the 3 that's in the front with 3 front posts double crochet, 2 and 3. All right, and then over to the 4 back post double crochets, 1, 2, 3 and 4. With this row, with the previous row having everything so twisted, this row takes a bit of effort. All right, so again, I'll show you one more time. This is your twist. You're gonna reach in and pull out the stitches from the back like so, just untwisting them so they come up so you can see them and they're easy to work with. And then you're gonna do the 3 front post double crochet around those 3 that are in the back. 2, and for the next one, 3. And then work the 3, that's the 3 stitches that are in the front with 1 front post double crochet each. And that will be the repeat for this round. All right, so go ahead and complete this round and then I will meet you at the end of round 6. Okay, so at the end of row 6, I'm just slip stitching and join, and this is what I have at this point. All right, so now moving forward, chain 3, and again 4 back posts double crochet to begin. 2, 3 and 4. Now 6 front posts double crochet across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, just like we did when we began the pattern. Okay, so it's gonna be for this row 4 back posts double crochet, 6 front posts double crochet, and you will repeat that for a total of 4 rows. So this, as it is right now, is row 2. So you will do 4 rows altogether. So this is row 2, so you'll complete row 2 and then do 2 more rows. After that, it will be another crisscross row. So I'm going to finish my 4 rows. So this is again row 2. So I'm going to finish this row, then 2 more rows, and then I'll come back and show you the crisscross row one more time, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so we are getting there. All right, so after my, whoops, let me just slip stitch to end that round. After my 4 rows of 6 front post double crochet, 4 back post double crochet, this is what I have. All right, and now for the next round, chain 3, and again 4 back posts double crochet to start. 2, 3, 4. This will be around 5 if you're counting from 1 to 5. Otherwise, it's around 10. So round 1 to 4 is just following the pattern. round 5 is where we do the crisscross, just so I don't lose you there. All right, so again, for the crisscross, you're gonna skip the first 3 stitches and work the last 3 stitches. 1 front post double crochet in each, then go back to the beginning and start with the first one and put 1 front post double crochet around each to make your crisscross, like so. Then move over to the back posts double crochets and put 4, so 4 back posts double crochets, 2, 3 and 4. And I always forget to zoom in. Alright, so I will show you again. Skip first, second, and third and work front post double crochet around the 4th, 5th, and 6th stitches. Then go back to the beginning and start with the first one with 1 front post double crochet around the first one, 1 around the second, then 1 around the third. Then move on to the 4 back post double crochet and work a back post double crochet in each. And 4. All right, and you will continue this pattern all the way around. And then, you know, after that, you will make your 4 rows of 4 back post double crochet, 6 front post double crochet all the way around. So that's 4 rows of that, and then another crisscross round, then another 4 round, and then I'll meet you at that point. So you should end up with 3 twists, so 3 crisscross section, and then 4 rows of just back post double crochet, front post double crochet. And then I'll show you how to end off the top of your hat. All right, so keep going and then I will meet you at that point. And okay guys, so this is what I have at this point. I have completed my 3 crisscross and then my 4 rows of 4 back post double crochet, 6 front post double crochets. And now I'm ready to move on with my decrease rows. Okay, so to begin, start with a chain 3 and we're going to be decreasing in the back post double crochet sections. So these 4 stitches are going to become 2 stitches. So for the first stitch, it is still a back post double crochet, but I will not complete it. So that's 1 stitch incomplete, and then move to the next stitch, pull up and pull off only 2 loops, and then complete by pulling through all 3 loops to make those 2 stitches into 1 stitch. So again, wrap the yarn around the hook like so, enter the first stitch, hook the yarn, pull through, pull up, hook the yarn, only pull through 2 loops, wrap the yarn, go under the next stitch for the next back post, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, hook the yarn, pull through 2 loops, and then hook the yarn and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. So those 4 stitches now become 2 stitches. And next we will work our crisscross because we've already done 4 rows here, so the 5th row will be a crisscross. So we'll skip the first 3 stitches and work the last 3 just as we were doing before. 1, 2, and 3. Then move back to the first one and work 1 front post double crochet, then the second one, another front post double crochet, and then the third one, another front post double crochet like so. Next we will move over to the 4 back post double crochet, and again we will turn those 4 stitches into 2 stitches by decreasing. Okay, so again you wrap the yarn around the hook and go behind the stitch as if you're going to do a normal back post double crochet. Pull through and pull up, pull off 2 loops and leave 2 loops remaining on the hook. So wrap the yarn, go under the second stitch, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, hook the yarn, pull through 2 loops. Now hook the yarn and pull through all 3 loops, and those stitches, those 2 stitches are now 1 stitch, and we'll do that again. Go under the stitch like so, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, hook the yarn, pull through 2 loops, 2 loops remaining on the hook, hook the yarn, go under the last stitch, hook the yarn, pull up, hook the yarn and pull through only 2 loops, then hook the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. So our 4 stitches now become 2 stitches. And then we'll work our crisscross. So skip the first 3 stitches and work front post double crochet in the 4th, 5th, and 6th stitches. Alright, then move back to the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd and work them each one at a time. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and next we will decrease in the 4 back post double crochet, making those 2. Alright, so go ahead and complete this round, and I will meet you at the end of decrease round 1, and then we'll move on. Okay guys, so at the end of decrease round 1, I have joined and chain 3. For decrease round 2, we're going to be double crocheting 2 stitches together all the way around. Okay, so for the 2 back posts double crochet, we're going to make those into 1 stitch. So we'll start like so. So that's 1 back post double crochet incomplete. Hook the yarn, go around the next stitch, hook the yarn, pull through, pull up, hook the yarn, pull through 2 loops, then hook the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. So now we only have 1 stitch there. Okay, and then this is where our twist is. So we're going to need to pull up these 3 stitches that are hidden in the back here, and we're going to front post double crochet the first one but not complete it, so just like so, and then move to the second one and pull off 2 loops, then hook the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. So those first 2 stitches we have completed as 1 stitch. So there's the 3rd one here. We're going to do the same. Hook the yarn, go under the stitch, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, hook the yarn, pull through 2 loops, leaving 2 loops on the hook. So that takes us to the 3 remaining stitches of this crisscross. We're going to go to the first one right here, wrap the yarn, go under that stitch, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, hook the yarn, pull through 2 loops, then hook the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. So that one from the back and this first one from the front now become 1 stitch. So now we're going to double crochet these two stitches together. So enter the stitch like so, hook the yarn, pull through, pull up, pull off 2 loops, wrap the yarn, go under the next stitch, hook the yarn, pull through, pull up, hook the yarn, pull off 2 loops, and then hook the yarn and pull through 3 loops. So these six stitches now become 3. I hope that made sense to you. Let's do that again. So we have 2 stitches in the back post section here. We're going to make those into 1 stitch. So you go under the first stitch, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up like you're going to complete a back post double crochet. But hook the yarn, pull through 2 loops and leave 2 on the hook. Wrap the yarn, go under the next stitch, hook the yarn, pull through, pull up, hook the yarn, pull through 2 loops, and then hook the yarn and pull through all 3 loops on the hook. And now for the crisscross section, pull up the three stitches in the back. Okay, like so. Hook the yarn, enter the first one as if we're going to do a front post double crochet. Hook the yarn, pull through only 2 loops, leave 2 loops on the hook. Wrap the yarn, go under the next stitch, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, hook the yarn, pull through only 2 loops, like so, leaving 3 on the hook. Hook the yarn, pull through all 3 loops. Then for the 3rd stitch, hook the yarn, pick up your 3rd stitch in a front post, hook the yarn, pull through only 2 loops. Then the next stitch is 1 from the front, enter the stitch, hook the yarn, pull through, pull up, hook the yarn, pull through 2 loops, hook the yarn, pull through 3, and we have 2 stitches remaining. We're going to double crochet those 2 together. So first one we do a double crochet but not complete it, then enter the the 3rd stitch, hook the yarn, pull through, pull up, hook the yarn, pull through 2 loops, then hook the yarn and pull through all 3 loops. So again, the 2 stitches we had in here now becomes 1, 6 stitches we have here now becomes 3 stitches. So I will show you again. So we're double crocheting, back post double crocheting these 2 stitches together. So it's a double crochet incomplete for the first one, double crochet incomplete for the second one, then pull through and complete them as 1 stitch. Then over here you pull out your stitches from the back. The 2 first front post double crochet are crocheted together as 1 front post double crochet. And then the one left in the back is added to the one in the front and completed as 1 front post double crochet, like so. And then we front post double crochet the last 2 remaining stitches together for a total of 3 stitches. Alright, and next will come these 2 that we will back post double crochet as 1. Then you'll move on to this section where you'll pull up these 3 from the back. The first 2 double crochet together, these 2 double crochet together, and then these 2 you'll double crochet together. Alright, so go ahead and complete decrease round number 2, and then I will meet you at the start of the next round. Alright, so decrease round 3, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches from the previous round in these 2 sections. So we're going to make those into 2 stitches. So this is our 1 back post double crochet. We're going to go under that stitch and make it double crochet incomplete, then wrap the yarn, go under the first front post double crochet, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, and we're completing these 2 stitches as 1 stitch. All right, next we have these 2 front post double crochet. Go under the first one and make a front post double crochet incomplete, wrap the yarn, go under the next one, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, hook the yarn and pull through all 3 loops, complete that as 1. So we have 2 stitches. Next, move over to the 1 back post double crochet and make 1 back post double crochet incomplete, hook the wrap the yarn around the hook, go under the first front post double crochet, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, hook the yarn, pull through all 3 loops, and complete that as 1 stitch. Then for these 2, go under the first one, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, then the next, go under, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, pull off 2 loops, and then complete, so that those 4 stitches become 2 stitches. It sounds like my neighbor has started mowing his lawn, so let me hurry up and show you this one more time, and then I'll leave you to complete this row by yourself. Alright, so our 1 back post double crochet, we will make a back post double crochet incomplete, then wrap the yarn, go under our first front post double crochet, hook the yarn, pull through and pull up, hook the yarn, pull through 2 loops, then hook the yarn and pull through all 3 loops, making those 2 stitches 1 stitch. Then for the last 2 stitches remaining, we're going to work the first one as 1 front post double crochet incomplete, wrap the yarn, go under the second, hook and pull through, and finish them both together as 1 stitch. Alright, so go ahead and complete this round, and then I'll meet you at the end or at the start of the next round. Okay, so for decrease round 4, we have 2 stitches in each section. We're going to turn those into 1 stitch. So first one, we're going to work as a back post double crochet incomplete, like so, and then a front post double crochet, and then complete those as 1 stitch, like so. All right, then move to the next one, back post double crochet incomplete, then a front post double crochet, complete both together. So we're still decreasing, and this will be our final decrease round. Okay, so just turning each group of 2 stitches into 1 stitch. All right, so go ahead and finish this round, and then I'll show you what comes next. Okay. All right, so at the end of decrease round 4, this is what I have, and this is how much of an opening I have. So I'm just going to chain 1, pull up a long enough tail to sewing the top, and just cut that off. All right, and with this tail that I have, you can use a yarn needle to sew in the top, or you can just use your crochet hook and just pull it, weave in and out of the open space. Just go in and out of the open spaces that you have here in the top. Rather than using my needle, I'll just use my crochet hook, because seems easier. Okay, so just all the way around. And then once you've gone around, you pretty much just pull this tight together to close up that hole that you had in the top. Okay, and now you can attach your needle and secure that hole, or secure that so it won't come loose. Okay, so you just go through it a couple times to make sure it's secure, which I'll probably do off camera. Alright, but at this point, this is pretty much what your finished hat should look like. And now you can go ahead and add a pom-pom if you want. For me, I will definitely be adding a pom-pom, but it will be one of those faux fur pom-poms, because like I said in my previous video, I'm not good at pom-poms. So, where is it? Okay, so this is the pom-pom I'll be using. And I'll be using the button method. So, what that is I will sew a button, or this button, on the inside of my hat like so. And then I will attach my pom-pom onto the center, well, into the center of my hat. I'll just use my needle, pull through this loop like so, and then with my button sewed, with my button sewed on the inside, then this would go over my button. So when I need to wash my hat, all I have to do is take off the pom-pom so it doesn't get ruined in the laundry. Alright, and pretty much I'm just using my needle to hold it in place for now until I sew it down. But this is what my finished hat looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye.